recording back, guys, so that way I can have it on my YouTube channel. But good afternoon, well, good evening. For many of you guys that don't know me, my name is Antoine Boatwright. I'm one of the traders. Well, I'm an investor, entrepreneur, trader out of Columbia, South Carolina. As you guys know me, I'm one of the traders in the organization, man. And I just love giving back to the community, man. This investment is very awesome. And I just show people things along the way that can help me. Now, our main topic today, guys, is cryptocurrency. Like what is going on in the crypto space? And I really wanted to talk about that because a lot of people probably were like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin is falling. This is falling, that is falling. Like, man, it's crashing, so to speak. That's what they say, it's crashing. When you're not an expert or when you're not in the know, you say silly things like it's crashing. As investors, we know that the price was probably doing what? Pulling back, retesting for a greater entry. Now, there is something I want to pull up for you guys. I want to pull up a couple of things because, again, we're going to focus on, we may go to foreign exchange, but again, guys, as time goes on, we spend an hour talking about crypto, that's going to be what it is. So I do look to potentially give us a cryptocurrency trade, if what we're discussing, guys, but if only if I feel comfortable with everything that's going on. But I think that we're going to see some great potential from the market. First of all, if you do not have this website that you see on my page right now, I need you to pretty much enter this website in your phone. Enter this website in your computer. Someplace you can save it. Someplace you can store it. One of the guys that joined the business, guys, actually introduced me to this website. Now, many of us were probably trying to figure out, because we use my FX book, Forex Factory, what else is out there? Investing.com. What is the news outlet for cryptocurrency? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the news outlet for cryptocurrency. Now, could you use this? Could you use this information the same way you do foreign exchange? For the most part, yes, but not in the same way how we do news. Now, I'm not going to go into how we utilize news to enter the market or determine if we need to pull out or if we can keep going. I'm not going to go over that extensively, but I want to introduce you guys to all the amenities I use to pretty much make me successful in understanding this crazy market called the digital currency market, guys. So that's the first thing that I want to do. And it's also something that I'm going to pull up a little bit later on. But let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about Bitcoin, right? Godfather of cryptocurrency, correct? First one of its kind. I think there was another coin that was invented before Bitcoin, but we're not going into a history lesson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that we're going on a bullish run, but I want you guys to understand my philosophy or my ideology behind cryptocurrency getting bullish. Now, as we saw this morning, many of you from last night to this morning, you probably were like, whoa, what is going on? If you guys, and there's one thing I do want to mention too. You guys need to make sure you have a crypto portfolio. I don't care if you think you got to have $1 bajillion in the market, guys. I always say bajillion. Don't clown me for it. if you think you got to have $1 bajillion in the market, that's not true, guys. You can start off with low funds, and I'm not talking about like $2 or $3, obviously not, but like anywhere in the 100 space. 100, 200, 300, depending on that coin, what that coin is currently doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Dogecoin, there was a gentleman that became a millionaire. I think it was either from, I don't want to mess this up, but I believe it was a $600 to $1,000 investment. And Dogecoin made him a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? So stop playing around. If you don't know how to set up your crypto portfolio, ask somebody that's in your team. If that's struggling, go on YouTube. If literally the resources that we have within the academy are not sufficient enough for you to understand what you need to be doing. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to have that, man. Drop a flame in the chat if you have a crypto portfolio, because that is so certain. Guys, I'm 32 years old. Even if it ain't for me, because you're like, oh man, some of us, have been beat up by life, and we're saying, oh man, life is hard for me, and I don't care about, trying to invest because it may take X amount of years. If you have kids, you need to be setting them up for the future. You know what I'm saying? You need to be setting them up for the future, ladies and gentlemen. That's talking about now. So it's like any type of money that you throw in there, trust you, there's going to be some type of return. I'm not telling you to throw $2 or $3. I'm telling you, obviously, add money over time, guys. It's an overtime investment. But if you do have the ability to put in a large sum, do that. But again, most of us, we have to put in bits and pieces and then get the return when price starts moving up. This is a great time to start doing that for many of us that thought or just joined the business like, man, I missed the Bitcoin move. Make no mistake, I thought I did too. I'm still new in this industry, new into this world. But wow, it came down to pretty much almost to pretty much 29, almost 28K. What? If you're not trying to buy a percentage of that, I'm talking about put $1,000 or more in there, or $500 or more in whatever cryptocurrency that literally retraced and gave you the ability to reinvest in it, guys. You are tripping. I'm here to tell you that now. You are tripping. Now, not here to condemn anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you guys know that it's vital that you actually do that, man. Very important, and it's going to help you, cash out in the future, if not your children. But let's go into the cryptocurrency space, guys, right? I always talk about things from a Bitcoin perspective because, again, that's the leading currency that showed the most progression the fastest, guys. Like I said, I think there was a currency created outside of Bitcoin before Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is the one that's thriving. So I don't even want to go into the details about that. Now, let's talk about what we saw about this morning, guys. And then you probably, even with your portfolios, you were probably like, what is going on, yo? What is going on? Guys, welcome to the investor space, such as the stock market. You think guys who invest in the stock market don't see this type of action happen? You see what I'm saying, guys? So this was a pullback. Great. That means everything just went on discount. That means you need to be buying percentages. If you can afford the whole coin, such as Litecoin, Ethereum, buy the whole coin. Or you guys that definitely have longer money than me, buy the whole coin if you can afford it. If not, buy half of the coin or 25%, whatever you want to do, guys. Now, what part I want to go on? Okay, so I saw this happen this morning. Well, I think I woke up this morning. I really wasn't trading cryptocurrency like that, guys. Besides, I think I threw something the other day, Litecoin. We never hit take profit. So we never hit take profit, but we did go 100. We did go 110 pips in profit. That's good money, guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you follow the instructions, move your stop at 50. Maybe you didn't secure all those 111 pips, but you at least secured 50 if you did exactly how I instructed. So that was cool. But obviously, I thought that was going to be the move that brought price up. Oh, no, price got brought down, which is still good for us as investors, guys. So now let's talk about what happened, right? So, and I got some news. I don't know what I would recommend is that on CoinDesk is that you guys and subscribe so you can get information. What happened was is that I got information within, the cryptocurrency space through my email, and what my email said, and let me see if I could actually find that email. I don't think it was on this email. Let me see which email it came under, because I don't think it was on this one. Because they were saying something about, now this is why it's so important, guys, for us to stay up on news. They were talking about something going on in China, and I forgot what it said, but it was saying something about China. Kristen, is this it? Something. Oh, pretty much China is having disputes over Bitcoin over there, right? So China, I think, is a main investor in cryptocurrency. And I think that was the reaction of cryptocurrency actually taking its tumble, guys. But here's the thing. I don't look at, hold on. Somebody said something. China was banning Bitcoin. Right. Okay. China was banning Bitcoin. And that actually had a reaction in the market, ladies and gentlemen, right? So the market started dropping from that. But guess what? That wasn't something because of China. Make no mistake. Don't be confused about what the media says, guys. That was just an excuse to actually do what the market already was going to do. The market was going to sell. Make no mistake, guys. All this stuff is designed. We just don't have long enough money to create the outcome. You see what I'm saying? But this was already designed to happen. They just need an excuse to say, oh, this is the reason why that happened. And so, yes, China is banning it, but in retrospect, they were going to sell the market anyway. Investors were going to sell the market anyway, guys. So that was one of the main reasons why the market is not necessarily selling. I wouldn't say selling, that the market is pulling back, guys, because the one thing that I always talk about is market structure. Guys, market structure is absolute within foreign exchange, cryptocurrency. I don't care what the market does, it was designed to go that way. It was designed to go there. So if news comes out and in between is throwing out like volatility spikes, then yes, you know, that's the reaction of the market trying to take people out from both sides. But if your position was way up here, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Because the market is going to do that. The market already intended from this point, the market already intended that I'm ready to sell. I'm ready to sell. And as you guys start seeing, as the market started selling, you had areas where it was creating what? I want to see if somebody can spot this before I say the word. Starts with an O. Because always engage with my you know, always engage with my audience, guys. So what do you think, this area right here, what do you think that I'm thinking that was created in the market? OB, I'm gonna give you the initials of it, OB. Many of you may, if you're under 30 days or under, you know, 60 days, then you're probably confused. But I'm gonna spell it out for you guys, because that would have been the initial thing of you seeing, okay, price is actually probably about to start selling if you can tell what's going on with the candlesticks. Oh, not not order black, order block, guys. An order block was created, right? Order blocks are normally in areas where you see consolidation. Y'all see consolidation right there? That doji is consolidation. So if you didn't know what consolidation looked like on a higher time frame, that's exactly what it is. This doji, this bullish doji right here, it let us know that price was getting ready to sell. Now, here's the thing. Price still had liquidity up here that it wanted to collect. So price started off bullish, giving people the perception that I wanted to take off, you know, continue upward, and then it dropped, guys. You probably would have been able to spot that like on smaller time frame, because normally order blocks are generated on smaller time frame, guys, for you to be able to see. Okay, you can kind of see it right there. Not really. You'll probably see it on the hour time frame, something like that. Where are we at? Yep. It's ugly, but that's still an order block. You would have just had to identify that order block right here, guys. So China, it was the excuse to make it start banning. Now, the thing is, we don't care about what already happened, right? It already happened. We care about what the market is going to currently be doing, right? Now, here's the thing you want to go off of now, since you have a reference point, because as you guys see, I have a zone down here. I didn't have that zone down there for no reason. Price came all the way, blew through my zone, and actually aggressively shot up, right? Now, when you see these wicks right here, especially like within cryptocurrency, you see these wicks and the candle still open, that's a lot of room for the market to still travel down. Do I see it traveling the whole way? I don't know. But at the same time, because of what I've been seeing the market currently doing, no, I don't see it traveling necessarily down all 100% of this. But this is something that I personally do. When I still have a candle that's open and I see a wick, I measure the wick and measure the wick as in the direction that you want to go. I made a mistake. So the direction I want to go is in a buy direction, right? So whatever the wick is, and obviously as price is moving up, you see price is moving up right there, guys. I'm still trying to collect this wick. So when price closes, perfect. I got a wick, because I got the measurement for my wick, or the percentage for my wick. Once I get that information, the one thing I'm looking at, guys, is the percentage that I look for price to retest that wick. Normally, you can find out these areas, you know, when you go down to the smaller time frame, but this is cryptocurrency. Definitely has major spike areas, or definitely leaves an area of imbalance quicker than normal, and then returns to get that a little bit later on. So as far as we know, when we break it down to the smaller time frame, let's go down to the hour. All right. From this point on, we have the potential of price being bullish. Now, the reason why I say that, guys, is because I obviously use patterns to kind of identify once the pattern gives me a little bit more confirmation. Now, if this thing breaks, all I needed to do is break this high. If it breaks and close above this high on the hour, I'm good, because what it looks like it's performing, or the pattern that it wants to start creating, is a bearish flag pattern, guys. It's normally, and then let's look at kind of what the qualifications are for a bearish flag pattern. What did I show you guys? Did I have that? Oh no, that just shows candlesticks. So I actually don't have the definitions or the definitions behind the bearish flag pattern, guys. But if you just drew this out yourself, all right, let's make it a little bit more neat. And again, y'all always know how I talk from. You know, if you've been on my calls before, I talk from a perspective like we need more information, but once we have the confirmation, we know that price is gonna, you know, go according to the, go in the direction that we're truly desiring it for it to go in. All right. All the way up here. And normally how it's supposed to work, guys, is that the percentage that it moved and then it corrected itself, it should go about that percentage. So one thing that I used to do, I don't do this anymore, but one thing to assist me now, don't look at price to actually continue the entire way, but just create from a low point in the market, just create it and have an extension. You know what I'm saying? So what do we have before it reaches to the top if price is to continue to go bullish? We have this level of resistance right here. Y'all see that? This level of resistance. So now you have a potential target. Within the hour time frame, yeah, you got a potential target. You do have a wick above here that price could actually reject if it wanted to, but you have a potential target, guys. And here's the thing that I'm looking at. I'm looking at that one, price has started moving up, so we do have a channel up. The only thing we have left is, does price want to collect this liquidity down here? It could decide to push up and then reach this high, this level of resistance right here, push it all the way back down and then take off. Whatever price wants to do at that time, guys. But to be honest, the way price came down so fast, I knew it was going to get bullish. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was going to get bullish, but where do we go from here, guys? I am looking at the potential for price to start getting crazy bullish, and that does a lot for us as the traders. You could literally, if you were anticipating 3K for some reason, 30K for some reason, or, you know, I know Patrick Kenny, he was talking about price going all the way down to 30K. I didn't believe it at first, but here we are 30K later. You would have had an entry from all the way down here, and on MetaTrader 4, you could have literally just held this entry, guys. You see what I'm saying? Could have just held this entry all the way here, but we're going to follow the things that we practice in the foreign exchange market, which is break of structure. So even though I'm anticipating for price to carry on, what I want is a break of structure, because if we start coming down here, you know what I'm saying, price obviously wants to finish out the support structure that it has. I'm looking at price again, guys. I'm looking at price to get extremely bullish. It just all depends on when it wants to do it. It looks like it's consolidating very strong right here, which makes sense to me. Definitely makes sense to me if price was to start consolidating right here. But again, it's consolidating on smaller time frames. This is still an open candle. So what I want is a little bit more information from price, because this is pretty much no man's land, especially with an aggressive wick down here, guys. The only thing I can see when I'm looking at this wick, oh, now that we have a better view, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So this giant wick right here, guys. So remember I was telling you guys that I wanted to pretty much measure it with my Fibonacci from high to low, or from low to high, whatever direction you're going in the market. So I now have a percentage of this wick. Whenever price decides to do this, it will probably either come a full, wait, hold up, this is backwards. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I can treat my 0 as 100%, but I got OCD, guys, so bear with me. I got OCD, man. All right, so, and I've done this before, where I've set my entry. We know that price retests an area 38 to 50% of its movement, right? You know, everybody understands that, whether you're fibbing up a high and a low on a daily time frame, or you're fibbing up a candle on, you know, the 4 hour or the 1 hour, guys, still the philosophy is the same. Because understand that on bigger time frames, the candles that we're not looking at, that's like one large candle. Say you were on a weekly candle, right? And you look at one weekly candle. Well, guess what? Within that weekly candle, there are 5 candles on a daily time frame. Well, 7 candles on a daily time frame. And then you break it down to that, to the 4 hour, there's 6 candles. Well, you know, 6 times 7, you know what I'm saying? 420 candles, guys, and then you know what I'm saying, and so forth, based off of the time frame. So when you're marking up, when you're using Fibonacci, when you're trying to find these entry points or your target points, and you're marking up a wick or you're getting a movement, guys. We know that price off the rip, you could just eyeball it and say that price should retest this area if it's continuing in this direction. 38 to 50%, knowing that it may go to the sweet spot is what we like to call it, which is the 618 right here, guys. That's why I have it marked in green, because that's normally just a deeper retracement. So those are the areas we know for the trend to stay true in its direction that it should come down. We just don't know when that's happened. So you can't sit here and say like, well, since Antoine said that, I'm gonna go ahead and sell now because it may be coming to this entry. No, because we don't have enough information to say that price is currently about to sell, especially with it being in consolidating. I would actually, what I would prefer, guys, anytime you enter in, cryptocurrency, is you to get a spike. You get a spike and then find that initial retest. That retest ain't gonna be like foreign exchange where you just get it on the hour, where you just get it on the 4 hour. Okay, I'll wait for that break and retest. Price should come over here, retest that, and then take me to the moon. Like, no, that the cryptocurrency is not that simplistic. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a I'll move like 1,000 pips just to come back to the area that you wanted the retest on. So you had the ability to make like 14,000 pips, you know what I'm saying, on the initial move, and then I come back to the entry that you wanted me on. So you have to pay attention to that. Understand, guys, that cryptocurrency is a lot more impulses than it is retest. But this is still market structure within foreign exchange. It does retest. You just have to find it. It may not be on the hour. It may be on the 15-minute and give you, like, as we saw with Litecoin. Let me see if I still have that up, guys. Okay, I don't have my highlighted zone, but I have the area of where we were buying at and where price went to. So this is the 4 hour time frame, guys. To understand what the market is doing, right? 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. I mean, 15-minute right here. Price went up, so we bought pretty much right here. It closed above, and you would have to identify that it closed above, which I bought from a lower position, so I was already in the trade, guys. Closed above, went up. That doesn't look like a lot, right? But that's a lot, guys. That's 80. That's 89 pips, and the market adds a little bit more to that, depending on where we entered or the currency rate at that time. So at that point, guys, you were up 89 pips. You know what I'm saying? Most trades, when we're doing foreign exchange, they don't go 89 pips in such a short amount of time. It takes like half the day to do that. It takes the full day to do that. So if you're up 100 pips, especially like with cryptocurrency, knowing that what it could do for you guys that use higher lot sizes, why would you not take that trying to wait for it to get to TT? You see that? You know what I'm saying? But we were able to capitalize on that, guys. So with Bitcoin, what I'm looking at, yeah, I like how this looks. What I'm looking at, guys, I'm really looking at this thing to consolidate, which is a correction. Understand that. If you don't understand that, I do recommend you doing a little bit more research into Elliott wave patterns, because Elliott wave patterns expose that there's impulses, guys, and then there's correction. This was your impulse. This is your correction. All we just have to do is wait for the breakout, enter on the slight pullback, and we can take the trade. So I'm actually going to open this up, guys, where I think we're pretty much good to take this, not to take this trade now, but once we get a break and retest above this zone right here, I'm going to say that we're clear to take the trade. I really like this, guys. I really think that, price is actually about to go bullish just off of what we're seeing. And again, we're waiting for these entries. So that's actually perfect for us once price actually, does correspondent. But I believe that's where we're going. When I did my information on the email that I got, guys, and I forgot, I got to find that for you guys so I can literally show you. Pretty much one of the stronger investors or expert analysis when it comes to cryptocurrency, they were saying that, I believe we're at the end of our bearish market. And, it just makes sense with everything that we've been seeing. And that's why I open it up. Well, let's open it up on a higher time frame, guys. And you're probably wondering why I'm staying on Bitcoin, because, guys, you have to use Bitcoin like an index, because Bitcoin is the leading cryptocurrency. So if Bitcoin is making moves, you can bet your butt these other currencies are making a move, guys. So you have to play off of what Bitcoin is doing, but it's not going to do exact. So that's why we're spending time on Bitcoin, because it doesn't matter what all the other cryptos are doing if Bitcoin ain't showing us what we want to see. You see what I'm saying? All right. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. Look at this, man. Look at this right here. It just makes sense when you look at it. We just don't have the data yet, and we're like, oh man. So yeah, people probably got stop losses hit. I got my stop losses hit like once or twice trying to buy cryptocurrency, but it's like I'm not discouraged because I know I'm investing in it. Hell yeah, I want this thing to go on sale so I can actually make a killing on the investment on my return back. But here's the thing, guys, we need to follow. Cryptocurrency has one of the truest forms of market structure, as you see right here. I know I have a bunch of stuff on my page, but just bear with me, guys. Let's actually look at it on a line chart, right? Cryptocurrency has one of the truest forms, guys, in market structure, right? Truest forms. I kid you not. Like literally, it returns to these areas. It just doesn't do it as aggressive, but it breaks these lows. Even if you didn't sell up here, you had an area opportunity to sell down here. It probably retested the zone right here too, guys. Broke this low. What do we teach? We teach breaks of highs and lows. I kid you not, cryptocurrency does this. The only thing it does is those crazy wicks that we can't anticipate. But as far as like a close of a candle responds accordingly. I wouldn't be surprised if price close right here, because this is the previous high that it broke out of. What are we taught, guys? We're taught that when market breaks out of a high, it returns at a high, but look how long it took to return to that high. Y'all following me? Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about when it came to the break of an area and then the retest. And the retest is like weeks, months later, guys. The retest was, how many weeks we have up in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14 weeks. So what is that? A half a month, almost a half a month, guys. Not 14 weeks. No. 2 months. About 2 months, guys. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, yo. It took that long for price to return back to this high for price to continue up. Truest form of market structure. The only thing we have to be patient about is waiting for these candles to close. This is on a weekly time frame. We have 4 days left. Now, I'm an aggressive trader, so I would obviously enter prematurely. I'm not waiting for a close if I see the opportunity to make money. But our best bet, guys, is to wait really to get your best entry possible now that we have movement in the market, and wait for that candle to close on a weekly time frame or the daily time frame, and then make your decision. I would probably say the weekly, because when the weekly close, that's showing us what the preparation is for the weekend, for the weekend, guys. The weekly close bearish, and then we start seeing bullish momentum. To me, that's a new candle opening up to actually go bullish. Now, the only thing is it going to retest like 38 to 50% of this candle? I see probably 38% if it's still continuing bullish. But again, it just depends on when it decides to do that, guys. Because again, as we saw from over here, we have a high. Price broke out of this area, retest. What is price actually gonna? Okay, slam. Wow, price returned to this area of this high that it broke out of. So what we're looking at, guys, is bullish runs from here on out. I don't think that price will come down any lower, but again, I play based off of what the data is showing me. And everything we've learned so far, ladies and gentlemen, every time price breaks out of a high, it returns to that high somewhere around that area. It doesn't have to be, exactly at that high, but the fact that price actually made it this far down to really touch this low. Have y'all noticed that? Count these wicks as low. Wicks tell a story too. Always start from where price was at, like the wick was at. If you come all the way back, price actually touched this market. If you count the wicks, because wicks are candles on smaller time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was pretty much price came down really fast. And that's normally what? The breakout candle, guys. So unless we get a candle that fills this all the way in, or, 618 of this position, we're probably about to go to the moon. And the reason why I say that is this is what I want to pull up for you guys. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to have to stop sharing my screen and pull up. I'm going to have, what am I trying to share? Oh, that's why. My Telegram. I'm trying to show Telegram. Hold on, guys. Let me send this to my Telegram real quick. Oh, it's not. It's a picture pretty much of the market. Many of you have probably seen this before. Actually, I was blown away by how Picasso introduced this to us. It's pretty much the cheat sheet for the stock market. A lot of investors use this, and I want to show you guys of where the actual area of where I believe we're at according to pretty much the cheat sheet. So let me put it in the trade chart. Blah, blah. All right, cool. It's in there. So let me pull this up for you guys. Sorry about that. All right, Telegram. Y'all should only see Telegram. I should have had y'all do my whole desktop. Let me do the whole desktop. Share screen, blah, 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 desktop. There we go, desktop. Y'all see like my whole desktop? Like, are y'all seeing stuff in the background? Somebody give me a one, if you can see like my whole desktop. I can see my whole desktop, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Appreciate that, guys. So let me pull up this cheat sheet. All right. So y'all see that? It's probably not the best depiction, right? Y'all see that, right? Man, I hate that it's coming up super like distorted. I'm gonna have to find a better version. I don't know why we just didn't go on the internet for that, guys. I'm sorry. I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah, we can probably find a better version on the internet. Give me a second. Why is it not showing? Dude, I got you up. All right. Let me see. Market, stock market cheat sheet stuff. Okay, so it's giving us images. Let me see if I can find like a clear one that's not distorted or taken away from the picture. Okay, this one looks pretty. Of course, you would put me on Pinterest. I don't have Pinterest. Let's see. Man, why don't? Okay, this is probably the best we're gonna get, guys. I don't want to take. You might have to, scoot up to your seat. I don't want to, try to find too much of this. But guys, in all actuality, where I believe that we're at, I believe we're right here in the market. I hope you guys can see that. There's really no way for me to zoom. Oh, I guess there is. Okay. All right. That's the best. That's the best I'm gonna get. So can y'all see this area where I'm hovering over? Somebody let me know. Can y'all see that area? Drop a one in the chat if you can see. Yes. Okay. Awesome. This is where I believe we're at, guys. This is exactly where I believe we're at. Not, and it's not going to be the exact depiction, but this is where I believe we're at in the market. Look at what the cheat sheet is showing us. Now, I'm not as great as Picasso, guys. He showed us a way that just blew my mind. So I do recommend you guys being on Picasso session, Curtis Cobain, Nick Gomez, if you're really trying to understand this crypto world. I'm not as efficient as those guys, but I'm coming along. But they introduced this to me, and I was like, wow, like Picasso showed us something crazy, like when Justin did like a Super Saturday one day, and it just blew my mind, man. But this is where I think we're at, guys. You see, this route right here, hope. We came from hope, where a recovery is possible, right? A lot of us were doing that. A lot of us thought that the market was going to sell faster than it was going to buy. Myself included. So there was a couple positions that I kept getting burned out on because because of pretty much me not realizing that the market is extremely bullish, guys, because I see an aggressive bearish candle or an engulfing candle, and it's like, oh man, I should be selling the market. Absolutely not, guys. We came from hope. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a depiction back to back like with Bitcoin, so it kind of starts to make sense. So we're gonna pretty much go back and forth between this image and Bitcoin's image, right? We're going to do it from the highest time frame that looks the most accurate on that picture, which would be the weekly time frame. So let me get rid of all this so you guys can see a better picture. Now, do you guys see that, right? Let me kind of spread it out. Don't go for what it looks like. Go for what I'm showing you guys, right? So, all right. Really, in all actuality, it looks like we're right here better, which is even better. Oh my gosh, guys, look at Bitcoin, look at the market sheet. I'm gonna keep, zooming back and forth. Now, this is the best I can do. So look at Bitcoin, look at the cheat sheet. You might not get the best depiction if I don't keep it like this. So look at Bitcoin, look at the cheat sheet. Look at Bitcoin. Somebody got to be like, bro, I know you're not showing us this. You know what I mean? Look at Bitcoin right around here. Look at Hope. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Hope. Look at Bitcoin. Are you starting to see it? Guys, are you starting to see it, or are you just completely confused? Let me know. I want people to understand what I'm seeing, guys. And again, I am looking at the creation of what it did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking necessarily at imagery, but the fact that price did a major spike up, aggressive rally from this major consolidation. Wow, that's sure that kind of looks like that, right? This is a form of like how channel. To me, a channel is consolidation in an upward or downward motion. So look at Bitcoin. Look at the cheat sheet. Look at Bitcoin. Look at the cheat sheet. Now let me make sure I got all my stuff. All right, because I don't need to be losing my stuff. But guys, the way that this thing is showing us, because the only potential that the market has is to go up. If Bitcoin kept dropping all the way back to its entry, which I'm not saying that it could, guys, but I don't see that because every market is bullish. It already created a high that it broke out of. Guys, remember, before we had all this was the highest point that Bitcoin had traveled ever. Because I remember, like, when I used to come on to TradingView, price would actually show me this in a larger version. This was my weekly time frame, and it would show me like how big this is. You see what I'm saying? So we already broke out of a high, according to what we learned about the market. Now, here's where you apply what you've learned in foreign exchange, guys, to pretty much have an idea what the market is doing. We already broke out of a high. We did a retracement all the way back to the point of entry. You know what I'm saying? So to this support structure right here, which we had, if you looked at it, now that you have more information, what was it over here? This was an order block, guys, right here. This was an order block. Wouldn't be, wow, that's crazy how 50% in 618 is at that order block. I'm telling you guys, this stuff don't just be happening for no reason. This stuff does not be happening for no reason. I promise you, man. So with this order block being right here, if it decided to just respect this order block alone, which is around the area where we would like to be at, guys, this would be another potential area if price decided to continue to fall down or, come back and collect this liquidity, which, it should eventually do. If not, just 50% of this 50% of this what am I trying to say? Bullish engulfing candle, which would be right around here. So I could see price doing something. If it's gonna respect like, the area that it broke out of here, you should probably see price come no lower than like 36,750 or 36,800, right? You shouldn't, if it respects the 50%, somewhere around that. unless it just wanted to do a deeper retracement. But if it decided to go right here, then I'm honestly looking for price to come down here, man. But from what we're seeing, it looks like that bearish market is done, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. It looks like the bearish market is done for us. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like the bear market is getting ready to be done with us. Get ready to be done with what it's doing, guys. And we're just looking for potential buys here on out. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I already told you guys this is an area where I expect price to potentially return to. If it decides to do that, I rather it return here now than to do that later. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't fall for just because I see this, guys. This is cryptocurrency. As you see, when I drew my line right here, it was an aggressive wick. I don't just say that price is doing anything without a close of a candle, and it looks like a potential order block would be made, but nah, I can't say that in this consolidation mode. Next candle will probably be bullish. So, let me see. Let me see if we can get an entry. Let's see. So again, if you're confused, if you've ever been confused on cryptocurrency, what I would tell you guys is that because of all the wicks that, kind of throw people off, I would tell you is turn it to a line chart. That kind of avoids all that because the line chart is going to go where the wick is going. So as you see right now, price is actually, but the candle's still open. So I don't do nothing or I don't make a determining factor until the candle has fully closed, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? And then I pull the trigger on whatever I'm doing. Because if you back out to a higher time frame with a lot of people, or a medium, I would say a medium time frame, a lot of people get manipulated by it. And it's okay, because trust me, that stuff still happens to me by basing it off of, basing it off of the candle that they're seeing immediately, right? So in this immediate area, y'all seeing a bearish candle, right? Don't just press the sell button because you see a bearish candle and trying to predict the future. Wait for it to close. This is a 4-hour candle. That's very good if we get that. But what I'm looking at this thing to potentially do is actually consolidate on the next opening candle and then push the market up. That's what I'm hoping to do. But here's another thing that you guys can factor in that somebody may not have told you. Who all has a Coinbase portfolio? Let me know who all has a Coinbase portfolio. Hold up, we got questions? Oh, we're looking for a breakout up, then retest that to the last side before the drop. I do. I really need to see that everybody has it. If you don't, guys, go on Coinbase tonight and create you an account. Create you a Coinbase wallet account, guys. You need that. And the reason why I say that is because the next step, what you're going to do, the next step, what you're going to do is create a Coinbase app, a Coinbase Pro app. Because what this will allow you to do, and you can only do this on your laptop, it will not show you this on your phone. You only log into this on your laptop. You'll have to authorize the device that you're using it on, because again, these are security measures. And I'll get to that question that I believe EJ asked. Coinbase, right? Go to Coinbase Pro after you created a Coinbase, because you have to have a regular Coinbase in order to access Coinbase Pro, and log on your computer, not your phone. I mean, you can log on your phone, but you won't see this page unless you log on your computer. I have mine already. Now, I don't use money to hold in Coinbase Pro. I just use it for its amenities of, like, you can exchange and send money between Coinbase Pro, Coinbase, even Exodus, without a big minor fee. So I really like the amenities of that. But I still have Coinbase Pro for this very reason. Guys, drop a 1 in the chat is this your first time. Well, drop a 7 in the chat if this is your first time ever seeing this, ever. Like, ever. You ain't even ever seen a glimpse of this. I want to see who we working with, because I believe a lot of people saw this before. And if you've been on my call before, this is your first time ever seeing, like, what is that you pulled up, Antoine? All right. Terrence, you should be ashamed, because you should have been seeing this before. If this is Terrence, I know, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's all good, guys. So what this is is Coinbase Pro actually showing you the orders that's coming in for Bitcoin and the past orders, right? So when you're looking at this, you can actually use this information to find where the most buy or sell orders are coming in to one, either tell you maybe I'm in a position and it's like this thing is kind of looking, say you're in a buy and you're like, man, this thing looking kind of bearish and it looked like it come back to your entry. Well, that gave you the AOK to pretty much say, well, I see a whole bunch of sell orders coming in at this position, and there's way more than buy orders. So maybe price is about to retrace all the way back to my entry. So I can get myself out of that trade. Or I'm not even in the market yet and I see a whole bunch of buy orders coming in. So these are all the individual orders, guys, and it tells you the time, it tells you the entry price that they're coming in. So say you see a bunch of entries, like you see this, guys, and you can kind of scroll back in the past. You see there's a lot of sellers trying to come in at one point, right? But this is history. So at 750, a lot of sellers try to come in the market, right? A lot try to come in at 37,471. You'll see that reaction, guys. You'll see price react that way. But unless a big player comes, the market's not going to move in the way that people intend. You know what I'm saying? It's going to do that because a lot of these orders right here, retail traders, that's me and you. That's me and you entering these orders, not knowing what price is about to do, hoping that price is actually going to, continue in our direction. But overall, you've been seeing what? Buy orders probably come in a little bit more, right? Now, over here, guys, this is the collective of orders that are coming in. And what I mean by that is that the aggregation, I'm going to just change it to its highest setting. And the reason why I want to change it to its highest setting, because I want to see what lot size is coming in, right? So this is a total of how many people are putting in, probably like standard. So like 11 times of like standard lot sizes, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get up to like these 14 lots, these 11 lots. That's a collective of people entering in that price, guys, which would tell you like, oh snap, pretty much an 11 lot size came in on a sell order. You would probably see that reaction. You would probably see the market tank a little bit before it actually rose. Now, you come down here to the buys, you want to see the cumulative, like, oh my gosh, a 39 lot, you know what I'm saying, at 37K, you know what I'm saying? And then we had like a 10. I know we saw a 10 up there, a 12, you know what I'm saying, a 21. You see what I'm saying? That's not telling you to enter the market at that time now. But if I'm okay with accepting that the market may pull back against me a little bit, I can enter at these predetermined price ranges and, ride the market for however long I'm going to ride it or sell the market however long I'm going to sell it. But it puts you in the best position to, one, know if, man, the market looks like it's getting bearish. Let me go ahead and take my profit and get out. I would never apply this to investing. I only apply this to trading, guys. But you see how this could put you in the best position to actually excel as a cryptocurrency trader. So one, oh my gosh, the 42 lot came out and you're seeing the volume. In the middle, this is the volume. You're seeing the sellers getting wiped out, guys. You can even change it. Now, I'm not an expert in this all the way, guys. I'm still going through to better serve the community and to better help myself. But as you go through it, it's like, oh my gosh, these buy orders are coming in. That's the volume of orders coming in, guys. The volume of buys are dominating sell orders, guys. So based off of this, if you had even if you didn't have an analysis, what would you think the market is going to be doing, guys? Based off the volume, the amount of orders that's coming in, you guys let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I really want you guys to try to understand this for yourselves. I haven't been on the site. Correct. Buying. It just depends on when it wants to do. But we know the orders that are coming in, we got to look at it at these price levels, guys, right? So you got a cumulative of a 30 lot coming in at 36.50. We already had the freaking 37 flat come in. You know what I'm saying? So anywhere around those areas, it's like, okay, that's probably where people are looking to buy. You know what I'm saying? And we see the influx of, cumulative orders coming in, guys. Not to mention, check the trade history. See what orders now. It's all over the place, really. You know what I'm saying? Sellers are trying to come in. You know what I'm saying? Sellers are definitely trying to come in. But overall, we're in a buy volume, and as you go up here, start looking at to see what sellers are, like how many lot sizes or how many standards are coming in for sellers. 10 standards right here, 4 standards, and we're still crushing them on the buy side. You just got to find your entry because it's just about when price is going to decide to get bullish from here. You see what I'm saying, guys? Not like when it's gonna, not that I use this information to be, you could in theory use this information to say, well, you know, I'm gonna put a buy stop at, you know, 37K. I'm gonna put a buy limit at 36,850. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, because those orders are coming in, you know what I'm saying? And as long as it goes with your analysis, I would never tell anybody to look at this first before they created their own analysis. What you need to do is have a confirmation with your own analysis, ladies and gentlemen, not necessarily searching for a way for you to enter in the market using this, but the best accuracy you'll get, or the best chance possible for you to enter in the market with pretty much, you know, almost little to no drawdown, or at least being in the right direction where it won't affect you, you know, for you guys that like to be a little bit risky on your lot sizes. But, you know, guys, this is pretty much it, what I wanted to show. I know we didn't get to what we normally get to, you know, doing, you know, trading, pushing out some actual trades, but it's like that's stuff that I really wanted to show you guys, because I really wanted you guys to understand like how one, we're in a good space. You know what I'm saying? We're early. If you think you're behind on cryptocurrency, nah, we're early. We're early. And then when we have reactions such as this, price is giving us, you know, more information such as this, then yeah, like we're straight. Use this information, guys, that help you make money in this market. And I just wanted everybody to know that don't be afraid, like, you know, because you saw that aggressive pull down. I know how, you know, Facebook and IG was talking, you know what I'm saying, about like, because this big retracement. Okay, cool. We know that's supposed to happen, guys. Don't freak out. You know that's supposed to happen. If you didn't take any like off of gains that you may have made from your investments, if you didn't take a percentage, that percentage is gone. Cool. But guess what? You're in the best position to actually start making even greater return because price retested so aggressively. So I just wanted to push that out there to, you know, the community that, guys, we're straight. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like, you know, it's all over, even if price does continue dropping a little bit, because unless it hits flat zero, you're in the best space possible. And I don't see it hitting flat zero. The only thing I see price doing, guys, is coming to this area, around this area, for it to actually continue actually collect that liquidity to move the market back up based off of market structure. You know what I'm saying? If something else comes into play to say that, you know, I want to drive down, I don't see that happening, because it's like it doesn't go in with market structure unless it just started breaking. But if Bitcoin started getting down to these numbers, you better buy the full coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better invest in this thing, you know, with a full price. I don't care if you go broke doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my recommendation. I'm not telling you to go broke, but if we ever see Bitcoin get to numbers as low as this, guys, you need to be putting as much money as possible, because we know it's going to come back up. So, you know, that's just what I wanted to leave you guys with. Let me drop this analysis for Bitcoin real quick, and then we'll go from there, ladies and gentlemen. Sound good, man? I hope you guys got a lot of knowledge. I know, again, guys, I wanted this to be more information than it was, you know, us actually trying to look at the market and figure it out. Because I know a lot of people were like, man, what happened to the market, man? What actually happened to the currency market, right? I mean, what happened to cryptocurrency and it coming down? So what I'm going to do is, let's do this. We'll set this position just in case price decides to get away from us. Like, it decides to actually start moving up versus actually come back down here and collect this liquidity. So we'll play it as if price is going to break this. If it doesn't do that, what I'll do is make an adjustment, and I'll throw a Bitcoin trade and run the play signals if it makes it all the way back down here, guys. Sound cool? I mean, I know you guys, some of y'all can't mute, but cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do this. Again, where was our target? I think we did something like this up here. Okay, so we'll do this right here. Hope y'all got a lot of value. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, more content is gonna come up. I'm gonna have little small videos, guys. I'm gonna have little small videos on like stuff of setting up your portfolio, little 2-3 minute videos on like what is baby stuff like support and resistance, because the basic stuff is very crucial to how you identify the market, guys. But those videos don't take like a whole hour to kind of explain. It's like, hey man, this is breaking retest. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I'm gonna try to do the best I can to push out weekly content. For anybody that can't get in connection with me, they can have something afterwards. That way it's like, hey Antoine, what are you doing 10 o'clock Friday? You know what I'm saying? Probably with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Probably with my kids. I'm just gonna say that's probably.
Hey Antoine.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's your YouTube, bro?
Let me actually push it out. If you type in my name, Antoine Boatwright, you guys should find it. But let me see if I can pull up my link real quick. Actually, this is what I'll do. I'll do you guys one better, because it's actually the link. I want to make sure I'm sending y'all the right link. It's actually in my social media, guys. So on my IG, the link is in the description below. If it's not, for whatever reason, which it should still be, definitely message me directly, guys. But if you need to, my name's Antoine Boatwright. That's how you find me. Other people have been able to find me, guys, on YouTube. So I think you should be able to. I don't think there's a lot of Antoine Boatwrights out there. You know what I'm saying? So for certain, I'm probably one of the only ones on YouTube. So okay. I don't want too many distractions in front of you guys' way. All right, 450. Yeah, I like that. And what I normally do, guys, if it's Bitcoin, any type of cryptocurrency, I'll have like 100 to 150 pip stop loss. Sometimes 200 to 300 with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is like that. But because we have an entry below, I'm not going beyond probably like 150, because we already have a potential entry. So if price decides to, for some reason, break our structure, close above, and then retrace hard back down, like, nah, and I got to factor in the spread for you guys that use Hugo's Way. So we'll do a 250. We'll do a 250 stop loss, 255, something like that. 251. That's the best we can do, right? So our stop is literally at this area right here, which for you guys that's experienced, if you do a quick analysis, you see that it breaks a high, channeling up, this may be a good entry. I'm going to wait for the actual break and close above this entry, guys. And what I would recommend is that, since we're viewing it on the 4-hour, you wait for the close above on the 4-hour. Not to say that you can't take another entry on like a smaller time frame, but again, if it doesn't close truly, and then you're on the 1-hour and it's like it goes up 100 pips and then reverses, and you're like, why did this thing? I said close on the 4-hour because we're looking at it on the 4-hour. You know what I'm saying? That's probably your best bet for a true close above. Not saying that it won't do the same thing on smaller time frames, but we're looking at it from this time frame. So just to kind of safeguard everybody, let's keep it at that. But again, I know there's a lot of experienced people on this call. If you know what you're doing, or you feel comfortable with what you're doing, I would say, hey, let a candle close, and you probably have the possibility to enter at this stop loss. What are we doing? Trying to make sure. Okay. 25. So 25, 75, 50, pretty much quarter, half, whole numbers. Those are big numbers, guys. If you ever wondered why some traders are putting their stuff at, like, why are you putting it to point specific? You know what I'm saying? Because those are banks numbers. These are numbers that banks and investors use. So pretty much these are areas where price normally crosses or normally rejects, touches, whatever the case may be. All right. I'm trying not to have too many distractions, but still keep my stuff on this so I can give you guys, so nobody's like, what's going on this chart? Target. Now, again, guys, I already gave the example of Litecoin. Somebody didn't close out on Litecoin. I know somebody didn't close out on Litecoin, even though they were up probably more pips than they've ever been this whole week. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy, you know, or gal. Don't be that person. If you're up a substantial amount, either you want to protect your profit or close it out. Protect or close. Protect or close. All right, break and close it off. All right, close it off. Blah, blah, blah. 349, 39, 49. And remember, we saw what Coinbase Pro was showing us. So if we get that, that's going to be an amazing day. I would say that if we can get that, if you feel comfortable with the position, and we don't show no signs of price actually coming back down here, we may have the ability to ride this thing. But again, I will never tell anybody to not take money. But for you guys, again, that love the swing trade, we may be coming up, especially if it comes down here. If it comes down here, oh yeah, man, game over for me, because I don't see it break the beneath level, and I'm holding. I'm holding until I don't know whenever it just looks like that's enough money for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is exciting, guys. Like, for real, this is exciting. We are in a good space, and somebody give me a thumbs up that y'all got that. Remember, click on it so you guys can see it correctly. And then keep it up in your web browser so you have the information. You're not like, Antoine, what are the numbers again? Because I'm not going to send them to you, because I specifically put it in the chat. So make sure you guys pull this up on your own web browser, so that way you have access to it, man. I hope we make a bunch of money. We are in a good space, guys. I'm telling you, man. This is actually good news. I don't care if your stop loss got hit. This is actually good news. You know what I'm saying? So be happy, be excited, man. Start, if we're those that haven't created their investment portfolio, get with the person that brought you in, a sponsor or somebody on your team, and get your investment portfolio. If you're a guest and don't have no idea what we're talking about, get back with the person that invited you on this call to help you actually start your trading and investing journey. But guys, man, I appreciate your time, man. I love doing this. As you know, guys, I'll see you guys pretty much next week. But also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another edition of Wealthy Wednesdays, guys. So, man, have fun, man. Make a bunch of money, and God bless, and let's be great together, guys. See y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
All day, family, all day.
Thank you very much.